Hello everyone, welcome back to the Da Vinci Code 33. I am here with some more movie codes to break for you all. First, we're going to start with the side note piece and then some clips. Now, before I begin with this movie, which is Storm of the Century, if you is a resident in Silicon, Texas, y'all will probably know this. Y'all probably would have heard of it. We had a freezing rain ice storm in the 2000s. Okay, I was gone, but I do remember coming back home. That's all my family talked about was this situation. And my family did show me the movie Storm of the Century, but it was so scary to me, y'all. I couldn't even finish it. It was just something about that movie that just spooked the fuck out of me. And no, I did not know. I thought it was just a movie, okay? But at the end, though, it really fucked me up, though. And I'm like, I don't want that to ever happen to me. Like, I don't want to go missing again, type shit. Like, that's how scary it was to me. I don't watch it, but I let my kids watch it out. So I'm just gonna tell you a little bit about it, and then I'm gonna show you the clips. So, a devastating freezing rain ice storm event struck northeast Texas, southwest Arkansas, and southeast Oklahoma on December the 25th through the 26th, 2000. The storm caused widespread power outages and travel problems. Okay, Creel was born around that time. I mean, I did come see him in the hospital though, but yeah, I wasn't at that time. I wasn't here on this situation. We turn back the hands of time today on this wintry day. It was Christmas 2000 when a devastating freezing rain and ice storm struck northeast Texas, southwest Arkansas, and southeast Oklahoma. One of the hardest hit areas was the Texarkana region. After 30 years, it's still a very vivid memory for those who lived through it. Um, I do remember the ice storm, but I wasn't actually there though. Also, people want to know how the prayer thing. Yes, Krell, he did. He was over the prayer situation, okay, and of course it say Christmas, so a gift. Really thought it was a gift to Krell or whatever, but he probably already had that gift. You know what I'm saying? He just. The storm caused widespread power outage. At one point, much of the city of Texarkana, about 100,000 people were without power, telephone, and water. The storm began late Christmas morning with droplets of freezing rain and sleet gradually icing over trees and shrubs. Bridges and outpasses also received coatings of up to 3 inches of ice, although most major roadways was passable because concrete surface temperatures remained well above freezing. But conditions worsened as the day wore on. Okay. Oh yeah. Only reason I say I really was here in that moment because I still remember my dreams at that time. Okay, and I can still recall it to this day. I'm gonna tell y'all my dreams at the end. By the way. Okay, but I probably was already gone. But remember I told y'all in the PMC video I'm gonna put in here as well that I used to leave my body. Okay, by Pietri. By early Christmas afternoon, residents began to hear the first cracking and snapping of heavy limbs as the thick coating of ice rained down the trees. Before it was over, the storm would leave 329,000 to 367,000 people without electric power and caused many residents to temporarily flee the city seeking warmth. Srebco completed all power restoration operation by January the 7th, and that's how long the movie. Why the movie so long? It's like 3 hours long. It'll cost about 35.4 million in employee overtime and with equipment replacement and repair costs. Since the city Texarkana, Arkansas, Texarkana, Texas, Bowie County, Texas, and Miller County, Arkansas had joined together to enhance their capability of alerting their residents to emerging situations. The Code Red weather warning system is now available as a free service to all of their citizens. Okay. So this is the side note piece. Oh, and my dreams is okay. I remember I was in the house, Pierre Street. I remember I went in my auntie room. I seen Sesame Street. She had like some dolls from Sesame Street on her wall. Okay, and then I seen a picture of Anissa Brown on the wall. It was in black and white. I don't know why. It was let me see, from the Sesame Street. I know she had a lot. Uh, Sesame Street. Okay. I remember the Bonnie tape. Sesame Street. I know, right? I know. She had them two. She had him. She had them two on here. I know that on the wall. I know she had the two. She had them two on the wall. And um yeah, that's basically it. She had on the wall. And I seen that black and white picture of Vanessa Brown on the wall. And then I went out of her room. I went in the dining room and I seen Shucky. Okay, he was killing my dog. He was killing a dog, okay? Shucky was killing a dog, okay? And I got so freaked out because at the time I loved dogs. Like, I love dogs and puppies. And he dragged the dog out of the house. I don't know. I remember them too, but I know it was raining at that time. And I remember sitting in the dining room, and I remember seeing my grandma and them talking about this ice storm. Okay, that's what I remember. That's like I was a kid though at that time. I'm always a kid in my dreams for some reason. Okay, so this is the side note piece to the movie. Storm of the Century is a 1999 book by Stephen King, and a TV miniseries of the same name about a mysterious stranger, Willie Mills, who terrorizes a small Maine island during a devastating blizzard. Okay, yeah, it was kind of like a show as well. The Storm, a blizzard with hurricane force winds and up to 5 feet of snow. Andre Linoge, a sinister stranger who murders an elderly resident and then demands something from the townspeople in exchange for leaving. You know what's grandma in that part? Mike Anderson, the town constable and local grocer who must face the biggest challenge of his career. Um, so yeah, Pimp C is in it, Shad is in it, okay? I do remember seeing him also in the dream about him cooking McDonald's fries. And I also heard someone going a child molester, but I thought he was the child molester. Then I remember him watching the movie The Wash, okay? With Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre in it, okay? And also, Willie Mills is a vampire, yeah. And I'm gonna tell you after the side note piece, okay? That still got my brother like all fucked up, okay? Linoge loses his knowledge of the townspeople's secrets, because my daughters, they know everything, to manipulate some of them into committing murder and suicide. Which gonna be in the summons this week. This movie is with, and I wasn't crying. Okay, it just popped up. Okay, with each horrific event, he repeats his message: "Give me what I want, and I go away." Okay, so controlling the world with prayers and shit like that. Okay, that's also gonna be in the summons. Okay, on who started it, which is Abraham, even though it was in the creation already though. Okay, but Abraham though. Okay, so yes, some say the miniseries is an unsettling epic story of good versus evil that delivers on everything, we or evil, they or good. Okay, in this moment, on everything expected of a king adaptation. Others write it as a pure horror and suspense movie that's original, chilling, and gripping. Yes. Um, I let my little daughter Star watch it. I let her watch the movie, cause she like she like that's her favorite movie. You know what I mean. The residents of Little Tall Island are in the worst blizzards any of them have ever had to deal with. Cut off from the rest of the world, see, they must also deal with an evil stranger who had murdered one of their Italy residents, and even while being held prisoner, continues to cause harm. And yes, we are. Okay, so here's some scenes that I found. Oh, he a vampire, like I said. So if I have subscribers on here that watch vampire movies, you should know a vampire can't drink the last drip of your blood. Okay, or they would die. Okay, so when they had to finally kill him or whatever, Willie had to take the final drops of blood. Okay, and that's how he died. Okay, and that's what I thought of as a vampire, because I love vampire movies. Okay. So here you go. One of the scenes is titled um Hell is repetitive. Okay? Hold on, let me see. Let me make sure. Okay. After the commercial. See, he's a god or whatever. He's telling them their life, okay? He might be a lie though, but he's still telling them something.
You were with a whore in Boston when your mother died in Machias. Ma was in that crappy old nursing home they tore down last fall. The one where they found the rats in the pantry, right? She choked to death calling your name. Isn't that sweet? But that's all right, Robbie. She's waiting for you in hell, and she's turned cannibal. When you get there, she's going to eat you alive, over and over and over again. Because that's what hell is all about, Robbie. Repetition. I think in our hearts, most of us know that. Catch.
Apt to be most severely affected by the oncoming storm. The forecast calls for destruction tonight, death tomorrow, and Armageddon by the weekend. This could be the end of life as we know it.
Seems unlikely, but we can always hope.
And we're back in just a moment. Stay with us.
Okay. I heard that he still got that cane too. Now this is titled "You Don't Like Knowing, Do You?" ? Yeah, that's how half the people are, okay?
Come in, boys. Don't do that, Constable Anderson, unless you want to watch this woman burn her face off. Shall we watch it burn? No. Well, come in then. Having a little trouble with the local witch doctor, are you? Well, here's a little something you can file away for later. Always assuming, of course, that there is a later. The Reverend Bobby Riggins has a couple of nieces over in Castine. 11 and 9 they are. Cute little blondes. He likes them a lot. Quite a lot. They run and hide when they see his car pull into the drive. In fact...
Let her down!
Unless you want to see Mrs. Stanhope's impression of the world's biggest birthday candle, I advise you not to speak again until you're invited to. Hatch, close the door. You don't like knowing, do you?
Not your brand of it, no.
Perhaps you don't believe me.
I believe you. But the thing of it is, you see only the bad. None of the good.
By and large, Constable, the good's an illusion. Little fables folks tell themselves so they can get through their days without screaming too much.
I don't believe that.
I know. A good boy to the last. But I think you'll find yourself on the short end this time. Your town is full of adulterers, pedophiles, thieves, gluttons, murderers, bullies, scoundrels, and covetous morons. And I know every last one of them. Born in lust, turn to dust. Born in sin, come on in.
See? Now this is the ending of Storm of the Century. Okay, it's only one I can find. I'm gonna put. I think the whole full movie's on YouTube. My daughter said yes. I'm gonna put it in there as well. So yeah, you're gonna see at the end. Cause the whole through the whole of the movie, he doing all this to get this little boy. Okay, in the movie, I thought it was a little boy in the movie, but my daughter said it was a baby in the movie. But yes, okay. And I remember come on telling while we watching the movie, I'm like, I was screaming like, he wasn't on that part because I was screaming like, turn this movie off. I hate this movie. If I was like, no, you gotta watch it. I'm like, I would literally leave the house to not watch this movie, y'all. And one thing my grandma said was, Cause she said all through the movie he wanted the little boy, and she was like he got him too, and I'm like, oh my god, I had to leave, y'all.
Mike? You got something to say, you better say it. The ferry leaves in 20 minutes and I don't intend to miss it. Where are you going? Mike, don't leave. Would it do you any good to tell you that I haven't had a good night's sleep since February? Would it do you any good to tell you that maybe we might have been wrong? I've got to go, Hatch. Robbie says to tell you that the constable job's yours again whenever you want it. All you have to do is ask. No, I'm done here. I've tried till I can't try anymore. Molly needs you. Have you seen the way she is now? Have you even looked? You look for me, okay? Well, Linda's not doing very well either. She takes a lot of tranquilizers. I think she might be hooked on them. That's too bad. But you've got your daughter at least. You may not sleep so well. But you can go into Pippa's bedroom and watch her sleep. Any night you want. Can't you? Good luck, Hatchet.
He wandered into the whiteout. Maybe he was with Bill Timmons, the gas station man. I'd like to think so, that he wasn't alone in the end. They must have lost their bearings completely and gone into the sea. They were the two who were never found. There's a great deal of this story you haven't told me, isn't there? Until you do, until you tell someone, it will just keep festering. It'll fester no matter what I do. Some wounds can never be cleaned out. I didn't understand that before, but now I do. Molly, why does your husband hate you so? What really happened to Ralphie? He wandered away. People do, they get lost. That's what happened to Ralphie. He was lost in the whiteout. He was lost in the storm.
Years ago, that was. I just gassed up my car and left on the ferry. I've never been back. Cared about was that I had to wear sunglasses every night when the sun went down, that every mile on the odometer was a mile further away from Little Tall. Ma got the bank accounts, the insurance, the store, the house, and the little piece of land we had in Vanceboro. I got the blazer and the peace of mind.
Yes, he did, because I remember when I used to have meetings with him, his eyes is like blue, or it's like he got cataracts. I don't know.
What was left of it. I wound up here, back on the water again. Ironic, I guess, huh? But it's different, somehow, the Pacific. It doesn't have the hard glow when the days start to run down towards winter. And it doesn't have the same memories. I went back to school, got a degree in law enforcement and another one in accountancy. Thought about going after a law degree, and then thought again. Started out keeping store in an island off the coast of Maine and wound up a federal marshal. How do you like that? Sometimes the island seems very far away, and Andre Linoge's just a bad dream I had. Sometimes, when I wake up late at night, trying not to scream, it seems very close. And as I said way back at the beginning, I keep in touch. Melinda Hatcher died in October of 1990. Local paper said it was a heart attack. Nurse Lagazzo sent me the clipping. I don't know if there was more to it or not. 35's young for your pump to quit, but it happens. Molly and Hatch married in May of 1993. Ursula sent me that clipping too. From what I hear, they've been good for each other. I'm glad. I wish them every happiness. I mean that with all my heart. Not everyone on Little Tall's been so lucky. Jack and Angie Carver divorced about 2 months after Hatch and Molly got married. Jack fought for custody of Buster. He was pretty bitter, I guess, and lost. He moved off the island to Lewiston, rented a room, killed himself there one night, late in the summer of '94. He left what little he had to a fellow named Harmon Brodsky, who lost an eye in a barroom fight back in the '80s. Robbie Beals rebuilt the old fish house on the town dock and hired Kirk Freeman to work there. Kirk said Robbie's wife Sandra came down there early one morning in the spring of 1996, dressed in a yellow slicker and red boots, and told him she wanted to go for a little row. Kirk made her put on a life preserver. He said he didn't like the way she looked. He said it was like she was dreaming with her eyes open. But what could he do? It was a mild morning, no wind, not much of a swell, and she was the boss's wife. They found the boat, but they didn't find Sandy. It was one strange thing, but they didn't know what to make of it. There were people on the island who maybe could have helped them a little there, but island folks can keep a secret. We kept our share back in 1989, and the people who live there can keep them still. This is a cash and carry world. Pay as you go. Sometimes you only have to pay little. Mostly, it's a lot. Once in a while, it's all you have. That's a lesson I thought I learned 9 years ago on Little Tall during the storm of the century. But I was wrong. I only started learning during the big blow. I finished just last week.
what I want.
Okay? Enjoy.